Hello and welcome to the Walk Off, everybody. I'm Scott Belford. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We have a very special episode as we're getting to know one of our Vancouver Canadians. So pleased to be joined by today's guest, starting pitcher in the Toronto Blue Jays organization. Like I just said, currently suiting up for the High A Vancouver Canadians, Grant Rogers. Welcome to the Walk Off, man.
Appreciate you having me. Ready to get to chit chat with you.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into some baseball here, Grant. I know you've got the day off. And before we even dive too deep in here, let's start with a big congratulations on the way your season's going to date, man. I know you can't be zero runs forever, but well, you are.
Mhm.
Enjoy it. And again, congrats.
I appreciate that. I'm trying my best to keep it to zero, but we'll see how long that takes.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So you had your first taste of Vancouver last season, had about six games under your belt, I think it was.
Mhm.
Um, you obviously are in your element right now. How much does being comfortable help? Coming back to Vancouver and already kind of knowing the ins and outs of what's the
Mhm.
city like, kind of the life stuff, baseball stuff you can kind of focus on now. How much does being comfortable help with that?
Yeah, I mean, last year getting promoted was a good, like towards the end of the year was a good time. Playoff race, championship race.
Yeah, man.
Once I got back here, it was a different coaching staff, which I had already known this coaching staff because they're the low A coaching staff. So that was a great deal. Also, just trying to help out the new guys. Like when we got to the airport, getting their work permits, doing all that. It's good to know the layout because I already did it once.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love this place. It's amazing, and I was excited to get back to it, but it's never the end place.
Because
There's always
Grant,
more
of
work to
course
do.
it's not. You're a Texas boy though, correct?
Correct.
Had you ever been to Vancouver before that?
I I think the farthest north I went was maybe New York.
Okay. So a little bit of a fish out of water. How was that experience in Vancouver? It's funny because every time I talk to somebody who's playing on the Canadians, they are in love with it because Nat Bailey Stadium is selling out on a Tuesday and it just feels
Yeah.
like a real entrance to pro ball. Did you kind of have that sense as well?
Oh yeah, like last year my first start in Vancouver or my last start in Dunedin, there was I'd say maybe like 150 people max. And then first start in Vancouver, there was sold out 6,015 fans. I'm like,
Wow.
what is this? It was kind of surreal. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a little taste of it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You want more. What was your focus over the off season? I know obviously you ended on a high mark. What was your attention pointed to going into the off season? Did the Blue Jays staff like sit down with you with like
hmm
a checklist type of thing? Yeah.
Yeah, we had an end of the year meeting and like we agreed on goals. So my goals was to all like everyone's increase velo. That everyone wants that and total body strength. Since I got drafted, I mean, I've actually started taking it serious, and it's like you can see it rapidly going up, like all the hard work I put in. So, just getting stronger and throwing harder, basically.
So for those listening who maybe don't know who you are, give us your scouting report, Grant. Like, what do you throw? I know that K's is something that you get, right? Strikeouts, you're a little over one an inning. What's your out pitch? What have you been working on? Just give us your repertoire here.
So I got, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll just rank them from
Yeah.
1 to 6. So I got my sinker. That's really what got me here. I kind of shot away from that last year, and you could tell like in the month of May, I didn't throw it a lot, and the ERA just soared. And just that's the out pitch. That's
Yeah.
always really the out pitch. And then second pitch would probably be my cutter. I can get that end zone up, down, and out anywhere I want with that one. And then I'd have to go my four seam because I throw from two different
Yeah.
slots. My four seam, then my slider, then I'd say my splitter and changeup are both bottom too. That's been my main focus.
Tell us a
Yeah,
little bit about throwing from two different slots. Is this something that happened? Is this just something you've done since you were younger, or is this something that like coaching took you aside and was like, "Why don't you try doing this too?"
yeah. So my first year at McNeese, I was a higher slot guy. Second year, we dropped down through started throwing sinker. Got into like a couple weeks before spring training last year. They're like, "Hey, why don't you just throw from the low slot and the high slot?" And I was like, "Okay. I mean, I'll do anything
Yeah.
it takes." Um, and I mean, it's just like an endless opportunities. Like there's certain ways, like it's like a game inside of the game.
hmm
Like you can get them out with the high slot four seam, or you can go sinker. It's like there's so many opportunities.
It's so interesting that it is so much like a Rubik's Cube. And like once you start to figure out the math of it, you can kind of
Hmm.
start to tinker with what you're doing. Eh? I love that, man.
Yeah,
So, Grant, one thing that no one's going to know from just looking at you right now, but you've got some height to you. You're 6 foot
yeah,
seven, correct? Yeah.
correct.
I
Yeah.
want to know, my man, how often in your development has a coach brought up something to do with your height and just like, I bring this up. I'm probably not wording this properly, but Fitz
Hmm.
Stadler came on the show a couple of years ago. I don't know if you ever met Fitz, but he was in the Jays system for a little while. Really tall guy as well, and he always
Hmm.
said that he felt like he was flying open, and so he always like had this mentality of like think small. So he would like it was kind of funny because he was like, I would just think like, what if I was Marcus Stroman? But he was
Yeah.
just like, how do you go about? So I'm curious, like, is that something you've had to think about? Like, is there a little bit of extra um, twist, I guess, to your development that you've kind of got to
I would
compartmentalize your height as well?
I wouldn't say like pitching wise. Like I have it like Fitz said, he has a problem with flying open. I have that same exact problem. I try to overcorrect that. I don't think too much about the height, but the part of the height that gets me is when I'm lifting and we're doing deadlifts. And before I had to lift all the way from the ground, so now I lift with two blocks now. So that's helping me a little bit.
I love that, buddy. That is so funny. You're like, it's not fair. I got so much further down to go.
Yeah, but well, I make it work. Those two blocks help.
So 2023, the Blue Jays take you in the draft in the 11th round. Did you know anything about Canada when this happened?
Nothing about Canada, but fun fact, they were the first ever major league team to reach out to me the year before in my whole
Really?
entire life. So that was always a full circle moment. I played for the Southeast Texas Jays. We wore a Blue Jays hat, so
Yeah,
it kind of felt like it was meant to be.
I love that, man. It must have been it must have felt pretty good actually to have a
Hmm.
team search you out, kind of like make contact and then actually wind up drafting you. You must have felt
Yeah,
especially going in the 11th, you at least were like, "Well, I was wanted."
yeah, it was. I mean, we thought it was going to be day two, but I'll take wherever I can get.
Of course, buddy. And I can imagine that getting drafted, obviously a dream come true, but I would love to hear your experience because every time I talk to guys about getting drafted, it always blows me away. It's a little bit more like anxiety inducing than
Oh
maybe
yeah.
people would. Okay, yeah. What was your experience like there?
So I don't know. I was told rounds 3 through 10. I was like, okay, like if that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. As long as I get an opportunity. So I'm sitting there. I'm getting multiple calls, and I'm like trying. Like I know my worth, and
Yeah.
I was like, I want to pull the trigger, but I can't. I can't. I gotta find. I gotta make sure it's the right thing. it was just really anxious. Like if this person doesn't get picked, then they'll pick you, and then that person
Gets
got
picked.
picked, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then I'm like, okay, okay. Well, they're like it's like a bunch of it's like a roller coaster. It's just up, down throughout the 3 days.
Oh man. And once you do wind up getting picked by the Jays, tell me what the next step was. Did they send you straight to Dunedin, or what was your next
I
step after that?
I think I had 2 days before I flew out with my parents to Dunedin. Um, it was just saying goodbyes, and that's about it.
Yeah. Grant, have you do you ever pitch with your glasses on? As a fellow Four Eyes, I want to know.
I used to pitch with Clearlands Oakleys, but I haven't this year because I left them at home, and
You're like this.
my
This is
parents are
not
bringing
a
them.
style thing. This is you forgot them at home. I love that.
Yes, I mean I wear these, and then I'll put in my contacts. But my parents are coming in on May 1st, so
And they're bringing your glasses.
I'll be good.
Have you always been a Four Eyes?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah,
too. Yeah. I know even it's funny because I was like probably like 11 when I got glasses and I had fought it so hard, Grant. Like I just did not
yeah.
want glasses and what finally made me do
That's
it.
See, that's crazy because I saw my when I was in fourth grade, I saw my friends have some glasses. I was like, wait, those are cool. And I
Yeah.
thought I purposely failed the test just so I can get glasses, but it turns
We
out
did the complete opposite.
I
I
need
love
them.
that. I just like I was just rolling around blind, right? I was like, I only
Yeah.
need four senses, I guess here. It's not like
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So you knew nothing about Vancouver when you were sent up. I'm curious,
Correct.
take me through number one getting called up because I can imagine that I can imagine you saw it coming, but also you never see that sort of thing coming too. So it's like maybe you were expecting it, but I'm sure it was quite a surprise.
Yeah.
Take us through getting told you're going to Vancouver, and then take us through even just the experience of like literally you're going to a different country, you're playing in a stadium that's packed all the time. Like take us through that.
So I mean, I didn't think I was having a like I'd say it was a pretty good month for low A for me in July. So Nico Deschamps got called up on a Saturday. Like we told him on Saturday he wasn't leaving until Monday. He comes to the game on Sunday. Um, so we get done with that game. I literally have no idea, no clue, no nothing. And it's crazy, and it's so funny because the whole coaching staff, training staff knows, and they like just can't tell you or like give you any
Yeah.
indication. And so we get in there. Mayorga's talking to us. Hey, Nico's not the only one going to Vancouver. Grant and Victor going with him, and everyone started going crazy. And I was like in complete shock. I was like, okay, wow, it happened. And it's a quick turnaround, I'll tell you that. Flight, got to basically pack up your life. Not your life, but most of it that you
Yeah.
brought to spring training. Wake up, get on a flight on the bus to the airport at 6 a.m. Up.
I'm guessing
I
your
was,
passport and stuff was already handled. You were
oh,
fine there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had a passport since high school.
Okay.
So get there. It was really a relief walking in there with like two other guys that I knew that I mean Nico's gone through it.
Yeah.
I bet he's from Montreal or no, Quebec.
Yeah. No,
And
Montreal's in Quebec. You're
okay,
nailing it, buddy. Yeah,
okay,
you're
good.
good.
And it was good that he was there and he helped a lot. Honestly, all I wanted to do was just like go explore because once I stepped outside and I saw how beautiful it was
Yeah.
like all I want to do is just go sightseeing and like there was a span of 2 weeks I'd just wake up in the morning, I'd just go on walks, hour and a half long walks. I'm like, I mean, I'm not one to do that, but
Yeah.
I'll go explore.
I love that, buddy. I love that. Was there
And
any place in Vancouver that like you got to go out and like try the eats and try the drinks and stuff like that?
I'll tell you what, we got a place near where we stay. It's called Brown's. Oh my goodness, they have some good food.
Awesome. I love that, man. I love
Hmm.
that. Have you tried poutine since getting to Canada?
I have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's my cup of tea,
Yeah.
but I enjoy it.
Okay. Okay.
I
I like
enjoy
that.
it.
Yeah, it's funny that that is like the one thing that
Hmm.
Canadians are always going to ask. Did you try it? Did you try
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
I have not. I saw when we were going to lift yesterday. I saw a person because we have to walk to the concourse.
Right.
I did see. I saw a person with some poutine. I was like, okay, maybe I got to try the poutine at the baseball field.
All right, Grant. So obviously looking ahead and starting to do the call up math to double A, nothing you want to do, right? Like it's not
Yeah.
in your hands. You are not the one making the decisions. But how do you stay like kind of focused on your personal development and taking the next step, but also not like muddy the waters and distract yourself away from like today and what you should be doing right now?
Yeah, so basically, I mean, my main goal, yeah, of course, I want to get promoted, but
Yeah.
I want to win. I want to win. That's all I want to do. That's like even if I'm not pitching, I'm gonna be over there screaming. If you ever catch a game, you'll hear me screaming in the dugout, laughing, talking. I'm a big energy guy. I show up every day with a smile. And I
Grant,
mean,
I'm curious, but listen, obviously winning is something every guy who is going to
mhm,
get anywhere has in him, right? That fire to
mhm,
win. But
yeah,
minor league baseball is so interesting because it is so developmentally driven as well, right? How do you
yeah.
kind of reconcile that and know that kind of be able to compartmentalize the fact that you are trying to get better and sometimes you need to take a step back to do that, but also still have that drive to win?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's a grind. I mean, because there'll be weeks like last or this my past start, my body wise, it was nothing like hurting. I think what got me is I never take a nap before the game, and I took a nap, and I felt really sluggish throughout the 5 innings I threw, and I was like, dang, I will never do that again. It's just like even when you don't have your stuff, like I know what I'm doing wrong. I always have this one fix. It's the me flying open. The coach is like yards, coach Eric Yardley. He's a stat arm guy too.
Yeah.
And he's helped me a lot. It's it's just a grind. Honestly, it's every day you're getting better and you're trying to do what you need to get better. Some people it's different.
The mental side of things always fascinates me. Like, I just can't believe how many things a ball player has to compartmentalize. So I'm wondering when and strikeouts we brought up. This is something that you've kind of done quite well your whole career. Does your mindset change on the mound when you need a strikeout? Like let's say one out, runners on second and third, and now all of a sudden putting the ball in play, not something you're trying to do. Like do you switch the way you're pitching? Like is there something that you're doing or for the most part you're just always trying to get Ks?
I Funny thing about that, I don't even try my best to get strikeouts. My main goal with the sinker is to get ground ball outs quick, maybe one, two pitches into that bat, get a ground out. But I mean, I'll throw my sinker to lefties. I had my my lower slot sinker is better than the higher slot sinker. I had six lefties, 6 out of 8 hitters were lefties. Yeah, lefties last this past week. So what did I do? I just threw the sinker from up top. I threw the cutter. I threw everything that I could. And but once you get to the righties, it's sinker. I'll throw a sinker. And I mean, it's just fun. Like the game goes by so quick. So, not really looking for strikeouts, but if it comes, I like them.
Grant, you love that one-on-one battle, don't you? Like between the
Hmm.
hitter, I can just
Oh
tell
yeah,
that you love like, what am I gonna throw? Like,
it's a game inside a game.
right? Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is. Do you have a good relationship with your catcher? I mean, that's kind of a silly question because obviously you're gonna say yes, but like, how important have you found that in your pro career? Like, kind of connecting with the guy that's catching for you, that's calling the balls and
Like
strikes, or do you call your own game?
I know they call. I let the catchers call it. That I mean, every catcher that's caught me and like we're best friends. We're really good friends. Like me and Nico DeShams, me and Jacob Sharp last year.
Yeah.
We were really tight, and this year we got Aaron Parker and Alex Stone, great guys. And it's awesome because I know I'll rarely have to shake off. And when I do, they immediately go to the pitch that I want. So it's being on the same page, like
Yeah.
what's working, what's not. They go to this if this happens. If not, keep going, staying with the plan.
How much prep goes into that plan? Like, take us through a game day when you're starting. Like, are you sitting down for an hour with the catcher and pitching coach? Like, are you going through the hitters, or how does your prep go?
See, some guys, some pitchers like to know everything about these hitters, everything like their tendencies, what they want to do. But if I feel like if I think too much on that, I'll or if I read in too much on it, I'll think too much. So I just like to know if they're righties or lefties. Um,
You think yourself
base,
into trouble if you overthink it, eh?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
I go righty or lefties. If this isn't working, then go to this. If this is working, we'll stay with this.
Yeah.
It's I'm really different because my best friend Jerron Watts Brown, he's a really into the like reading the hitters. Like he has a notebook like that's really freaking good.
Yeah.
Like I like to I like to glance at it every now and then, but that's just the way he preps and everything. But yeah, I just like to know lefty or righty.
That is so interesting. I love talking to pitchers about this. Like I know Jerron came on the show as well, and I was
Hmm.
kind of blown away by how analytically driven he was. And like you
Yeah.
kind of said, right? Like he does want to know every little piece of information. But then
Hmm.
I also talked to lots of guys like you, Grant, who are like, "Oh God, don't overload it." Like I want to know
Yeah.
stuff. I do want to know stuff, but like I cannot know all of it, or I overthink it. And it's
Mhm. Like if there's something huge, like the coach will let me know, but other than that, nothing.
So, Grant, looking back on your development, and I'm sure that it's probably not fair to ask this question this way because you've probably had numerous things that have helped you out as a ball player. But if you're looking back, is there like one piece that kind of like was an epiphany or wisdom that was imparted or even an experience that happened where at the end of it you came out a better ball player, whether it was a bad thing that happened or whether it was just a piece of information given to you?
Yeah, I'd say not this past spring training, but the my first full season spring training. I I wasn't taking lifts seriously, and the the staff caught on, and they told me like, look, this is what you need to get better, and I guess it was kind of like a wake up call, like, hey, you need to do this. This is very important. And I was like, okay. And then ever since I uh, started taking lifts serious and like actually caring and doing the little things right, my game's just soared.
I can imagine getting return on investment on that helps, eh? Like once you
Oh
like
yeah.
start putting in the work and then you see the progress, you're like, "Oh shit.
Hmm.
Okay,
It's a night. If you saw me when I got drafted to now, it's night and day difference.
What was that first spring training like, Grant? Like did you get lost in the complex? That place is crazy."
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. my first spring training, it was like, okay, what do I expect? What's going on? Like, I don't know, like what I'm doing. Like when, like I want to know where I'm going. I want to know all that. And like first spring training, yes, nerves, all of it. But I know you asked about my first spring training, but this spring training, this most recent one was, I mean, I've only been to two, but it was so much better because I was comfortable with everyone. I knew everyone. And the first spring training, that's what kind of like I was nervous about not
Yeah.
knowing anyone other than like in my draft class and just trying to do too much to prove myself.
So you mentioned it about Vancouver, right? That you had guys making it easier on you, and that was one
Hmm.
thing that you were looking to do for others this time around.
Hmm.
Did the same thing kind of happen in spring training? Were there times where you were now the one helping guys out and kind of pointing them in
Yeah.
the right? Yeah,
Yeah. I'd like to say one of my good friends, he plays for the Blue Jays, Chad Dallas.
love Chad, love Chad.
Yeah, we live right by each other. And he kind of made it easy for me, like explaining how everything goes. And then I just wanted to reciprocate that
Yeah,
because I know it's gonna be nervous and scary at times for those new guys. And like I became good friends with some of them.
yeah, right. I'm sure it's a lot like a brotherhood, and like
Yeah.
you kind of got to reciprocate some of the stuff that the wisdom and that sort of thing that's been
Hmm.
imparted, and it's just like a big yeah. I know so I make my living as a stand-up comic, and it's so funny, man. Like you never really can pay back the guys ahead of you. It's just one of
Hmm.
those things where it's like, okay, well, I will help the next guy up, and
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you brought up lifting. I'm curious if your diet changed at all when you became a member of the Blue Jays. Did you do anything differently? Like how much has diet and what you eat been focused on, or is it anything?
Yeah. We we have great nutritionists. My goal was to gain weight until I get to 255 and then just maintain it. So, I mean, eating everything they feed us at the complex, yes, and then like dinner was on our own and I mean, you could work with what you got. You got Chipotle, you got semi-healthy stuff.
Yeah.
And like my the past 2 years my nutritionist Steph, she's been great. She's like after every game, I always have my supplements in a baggie.
Yeah.
She knows I can't eat after like it's hard for me to eat after I pitch, so she always has me like a protein shake and it like it's good. She's an awesome person. She knows every individual like what they need and it's important honestly because it's changed me.
That is amazing. Like what are some of the big returns you noticed as you changed your diet a little bit?
Just like my body fat percentage, my muscle increase, like it's like I feel body wise, I feel so much better than I used
Recovery,
to.
does it help with stuff like that even?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
So let's talk arm health a little bit here while we're kind of in the health realm of things here,
Hmm.
because I know obviously as a pitcher, arm health is paramount. Every pitcher is going to be worried about it. What is your routine like? What are you going through to make sure you're in the best spot possible and that your arm is feeling the best that it can?
Um, I am the guy that didn't have like all this recovery stuff like in college and high school, and like it was all new to me. I had to learn it, and
Yeah.
so I my guy Dalton and Katie, they I walk in there every day. Hey, you tell me what to do and I'll do it. I like kind of let them tell me what to do, and I just do whatever they want. If it's scap work or body blade or BFR or PNF. And most recently, Dalton made me get in the cold tub, and I wasn't happy about that. So,
Did it help though? Does it help with
yeah,
inflammation? Yeah, you're like, it helps.
I
It
think
sucks.
yeah. It helps, but it sucks. Yeah.
Dunedin. So I was there this spring.
Mhm.
Man, what a cool little town. It was
Oh,
really surprising to me. Like it is a really cool place. I kind of called it like Disneyland for Blue Jays fans. Like it's just
yeah.
very cool. What was your experience with Dunedin?
I love Dunedin. Like I've been blessed to be in two perfect places so far in my career, and it's like the downtowns, like you got coffee shops, you
Yeah.
got pizza places, you got everything, you got these little arcades, like, and it's right by the water. You got everything you need near there. It's amazing place.
Yeah, isn't it? I was going to ask if you got a chance to like get out and experience it. So that's kind of cool. You did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Some days I'll just go and drive around and explore.
Honestly, Grant, I could talk baseball with you all day. Thank you so much for taking some time
Mhm.
here. I do have just a few more questions. Are you good on time here?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Let's start with, did your dad play ball? What got you into baseball to start with?
Um, my dad did play ball until high school. Um, I guess I was just a huge Astros fan when I was little,
Yeah.
and I knew every player on the team. I always imitated their batting stance. You know, the baseball obsessed kid that
Yeah.
everyone knows everything about baseball. So,
Did you
just
play
watching
other
the ads.
sports?
I played football and basketball.
Yeah. The height
I did.
sports.
Uh, I wasn't tall. Like I played basketball my freshman year of high school, and I was about like 5'6", 5'7".
What?
Mm-hmm.
Holy man. So you had a growth spurt.
Yeah, I was freshman year. I was about 5'7". Sophomore year, I was about 5'10". Junior year, 6'2". Senior year, 6'5".
Unreal, buddy. That's
Mm-hmm.
just you at a point you must have been like, am I ever gonna stop growing?
Yeah, that's how it felt for a while. It was constantly buying new stuff.
So you were an Astros fan. You were obviously hitting until at what point did you hit in your baseball career that you're like, I am not a hitter?
Freshman year of high school, and
Okay, yeah.
I did not want to do it after that. I
Um,
made sure I was a PO.
I know Texas is football crazy.
Hmm.
The area you grew up in was there a pretty big baseball fandom
Yeah,
as well? Yeah.
huge.
So your
No,
friends and stuff were playing baseball too, then
oh
obviously.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
my friends.
See, I love that so much, Grant. It's funny because like there's huge baseball fans in Canada, like
Hmm.
but it's not the same. It's not
Yeah.
it's not the same for a few reasons. Number one, it is so hard to play baseball all year round in this country. Pretty much
Hmm.
impossible, right? Like for six
Yeah.
months, sometimes you just got to shut her down. You don't have a choice.
Hmm. a hundred
But
percent.
I do love hearing like so tell me a little bit about your college experience then. Did you get into the school you were originally trying to get into and how did that experience go for you?
So before my senior year of baseball season, I committed to Division III, East Texas Baptist University, and I started going through my season, and I was like, okay, I'm doing really well. Like I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna have fun. The only reason I went because two of my best friends were going to
Right.
play baseball there. And then I got towards the end of my season, and my summer ball coach told me like, "Hey, Panola, my JUCO that I went to, really wants you, and I think it'd be a good opportunity to go to Division I, and that was always the goal.
Yeah.
So I decommitted. I went to the junior college. First year was COVID. Had a really good year before COVID shut us down, and then came my sophomore year. Uh, Probably the worst year of baseball of my life. I remember a game I gave up. Lead off home run, double, hit by pitch, double, home run, and then taken out. And
Grant, I love that you literally remember the exact scenario and how it went down. You're like, oh God, it's burned in my brain.
oh, it's in there forever. And I went to JUCO. I was blessed to go there. Like, learned a lot. Met my one of my best friends, and then I got some interest from Division Ones, and I just decided to go to McNeese, which is 45 minutes away from my house in Texas, and it's in Louisiana. I know some people that go there, so I loved it there.
I love that, dude. All right, here we got one last question for you. Grant, you used to be a man with long flowing locks. And
Yeah.
I am curious as to what made you decide to cut your hair.
Okay. Funny story. This spring training, I was eating with Chad Dallas and his older brother Jack.
Yeah.
So we were out to eat. And Justin Kelly, I think. Yeah, and we were out to eat, and I was like, you know what? Maybe one day I'll just get a buzz cut. And I didn't think anything of it. So we go back to Chad's house, and he comes out with the clippers. I'm like,
Of course
he's
you
like,
did.
he's like, were you serious about this? And he's like, do you want to shave your head?
Yeah.
I I grew. I had my long hair for about 6, 7 years, and he's like, do you want to shave
And
your head?
Chad's
Let's
another guy who's had locks before and has
yes.
gone full. Yeah.
He told, and literally within 10 seconds, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll do it. So
Yeah.
we just go, him and Ricky Tiedemann, Chad does the first layer, and then Ricky does all the fine stuff. I was like, what is going on? There's no way this is happening.
Can you
Um,
remove the hoodie? Can we see the full thing? Oh, there it is. Oh, baby.
I know. It's great. I can, once I get out of the shower, it's 2 swipes and it's already
Yeah.
dry.
It's funny because I used to have long hair too, and it's mind blowing how easy short hair is.
Oh, I know. I love it. Maybe one day I'll grow it back out.
That's right. That's the
Who
nice
knows?
thing with hair is that you can always grow it back, or at least until you're an old man and losing it. All
Yeah.
right, Grant. Honestly, my man, thank you so very much for taking the time to join us here. I'm really enjoyed talking some baseball with you. All the best with the rest of the season. Fingers crossed I can twist your arm and have you back when you're in New Hampshire.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the plan.
Right on, buddy. Take care.